What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got a new Prime Resurgence announcement today, and yeah, guess what? It's not the Glaive again. So we go over the new Prime Resurgence just announced, what you can expect from that, when the last time the Glaive was unvaulted. We've been on Glaive watch for a while around here. And yeah, just going over if these new items are worth it. And spoiler, there are some actual pretty good items coming out in the next 2 weeks with this next Resurgence, as well as some really good cosmetics that I might actually be picking up to get in my collection. So let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure you sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. We got plenty of level 10,000 Kuva Heck footage on the stream last night. So we'll have a level 10,000 Kuva Heck video this week, as well as an Ivara discussion video this week as well. So yeah, you're in the right place for Warframe content. We'll go over a ton of other stuff, as well as the Jade Shadows update in June. Alright, so let's go into what we have unvaulted for the new Resurgence. Now, reminder, of course, this is Prime Resurgence and actual Prime Vaultings are different things. So just because we have these new things coming out doesn't mean there's anything old being vaulted. The things that are being put back in the vault are these items right here. But yeah, we got Zephyr and Chroma. On June 6th, we will have these items returning to us. And this is not the first time these have been unvaulted in Resurgence. I believe the last time was in October of 2023. So we've been without these items for about 6-ish months. So that's all well and good. You know, we got these items back. There's some great armor stuff in here. I'm going to actually show you the operator suit. It says operator on here, but it actually works on the drifter as well. So I don't know why it says operator there for some reason. But either way, There are drifter accessories with this. You got Zephyr Prime with the Cronin Prime and Tiburon Prime, and you got Chroma with the Rubico Prime and Graham Prime. Now, as far as some must-have cosmetics from this, you got the Amuji Prime armor set, which will include the Amuji Prime leg plates, shoulder plates, and chest plate. The best one here is going to be the Amuji Prime leg plates. They're kind of like little blade shoes a little bit. These are really, you can make these look great on lots of frames. So I'd highly recommend picking these up when they show back up in about 2 weeks for Regal Aya. Great stuff there. There is a Cyandana with Chroma. I can't remember the exact name of it. It's like Amuji something. It's not the best Cyandana though. The main thing you want to get is these little blade shoes with Chroma. So yeah, as far as Zephyr's stuff, there is going to be that operator suit. I'm going to go show you right now. So yeah, it said it works only for the drifter, or only works for the operator for some reason, but that must be old text because I just checked before I made this video to make sure. Yes, it does apply to the drifter. So here is my drifter right here, and we have the entire Commodore Prime transference suit. You can open or close the hood and make it look very different that way. But yeah, we have the full suit here, so it does work on the drifter. Of course, if you switch to the operator, it would work as well, as stated in the text. So you have the wallet chain Prime, basically is what I call it. You got this golden, well, you can make it golden. You got a chain from the hip right here onto the back. And of course, there is this hood that you can open and close that can look very, very wildly different depending if it's open or closed. That being said, I don't really use this ever. I'll be honest. I use the Void Shell skin instead. And you know, that to me, I like this more. Now, I could technically change the sleeves off on this one for the Amuji Prime or the Commodore Prime pauldrons, I suppose. But it's really gonna be personal preference if you want to use one or the other. I think the Void Shell skin is really good. So that's going to be the operator suit. Now let's go over the items as far as power level, and let's talk about the Glaive Prime because, yeah, like I said, we got this stuff unvaulted in October or November of last year already, so it's not really been gone for that long. The Glaive Prime, on the other hand, has been gone since, let me check the calendar right here. Oh, 2022. January of 2022, this stuff was available at last. Yes, so that's over 2 years ago. We're in 2024 right now. We're in May of 2024. And this is January of 2022. Ember Prime, Sicarus Prime, Glaive Prime, and her other stuff. So it feels like it might actually be a conscious effort to not unvault this stuff. Now there is potential. I hate to give you false hope, but there is potentially a light at the end of the tunnel. They did announce there will be a new heirloom skin announced on the 31st. Now, what that's going to be is likely going to be some really old frames. And by the way, here's my Chroma lit up for Profit Taker right here. As far as what old frames could they be, well, it's going to be likely a male frame and a female frame, so it's going to be likely Ember and Rhino getting heirloom skin. You know what an heirloom skin is? It's basically a $90 expensive skin in this game, premium skin. And they're supposed to be like celebrating the game being around for a long time. That's why I'm saying it has to be old frames, because that is one of the old frames right there is going to be Ember and Rhino. Really, really old frames. Now with that, they might, what they did when they did the Frost and Mag heirloom skins is they actually made it where Frost and Mag were unvaulted for like the rest of the year after that. So that means that they could, after TennoCon, after they release these heirloom skins, they could do Ember unvaulting for the rest of the year, and Rhino for that matter, even though Rhino has been unvaulted like 3 or 4 times at least from Resurgence. So that is going to be a little bit of light potentially at the end of the tunnel. If DE does make the Ember heirloom skin, I'd also expect some Ember Prime buffs, because she's not really the most... She's not everyone's favorite frame. Let's just put it like that. Saren definitely is a lot cooler than her. And, you know, even Frost. I'd rather run Frost than Ember in 2022. Or 2024. 2022 is the last time she was unvaulted. But yeah, the reason this is actually important is because the Glaive Prime sets, like prices of them, are extremely like high compared to other things. So, for example, Ember Prime probably like 100, 200 plat. Glaive Prime easily double of that, if not triple of that, what Ember costs. So I do think that DE is consciously not unvaulting this stuff for a special surprise, or just to maybe potentially increase the price so people are buying more platinum. But yeah, it has been over 2 years, and like I said, Chroma and Ember were here they were here late last year, so there's no way it's like a schedule. It's got to be actually set. Like, okay, well, we'll unvault this one next, because right now we got Wukong and Equinox right now too, so it's not really like that crazy. That, you know, if it was on a schedule, it definitely would have been, you know, at some point would have had Ember already back. So yeah, I'm just messing around with some stuff here. You want to do a radiation build for the Eidolon fights and all that. But as far as Eidolon fights, I think the Paragales is viewed a lot more positively nowadays than the Rubico Prime. And as far as the Graham Prime, it needs an Incarnon basically. It's such a slow weapon. It can do some good damage, but Greatsword don't have the best stance nowadays. Yeah, I haven't even looked at this thing in a long time. The Greatsword stances got nerfed at some point, and they never really recovered from that. So I wouldn't really recommend maining the Graham and the Rubico. The Rubico could be great for Eidolon hunts, but yeah, really, I think the Paragale's viewed a lot more positively. And as far as Zephyr's weapons, I think it was like was it the Batavar? Or that's not the Batavar Prime. It's the Cronin and the Tiburon Prime. So Cronin Prime still got good stats. As far as comparing it to the Praetos, the Praetos is like, you know, weaker stat-wise, but the Praetos has those Incarnate upgrades, and that's a big deal, actually. Like, the Praetos Incarnate upgrades make it full ahead of this thing a lot. But you just basically run like a... See, like, I haven't even looked at this thing in a long time. These weapons aren't really used as much anymore. I would basically just use maybe a hybrid build, like a little bit of heavy attack, a little bit of light attack. Maybe throw on secondary or melee exposure here. And then as far as the weapon, the Tiburon Prime, I used to love this thing, but I don't really use it anymore either. This could, I doubt they'll make an Incarnon for it, but if you got the critical precision, Nightwave Augment mod, you could throw that on there for some more, was it crit chance on here? A lot of crit chance on here. But really, these things are not as popular as they used to be for good reason. We have Incarnons nowadays. Even Kuva weapons can be better than this a lot of the time. So, yeah, just kind of like whatever weapons. These are like, you know, forgettable at best. But you know what's not forgettable? The Glaive Prime. So let's hope they bring the Glaive Prime back with Ember Prime Heirloom. And if it's not Ember Prime Heirloom, then I'm out of hope for you, okay? I'm out of false hope for you. You're going to need to, like, just ask DE on Twitter, when is the Glaive Prime coming out? Because people are already doing that constantly. So yeah, I'm hoping the Ember Heirloom skin's what gives us the Glaive Prime back. If not, I have no idea. So hope you guys found this video fun, helpful. June 6th is when this stuff comes out. And hopefully you have a good time farming up for Aya. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.